Hello everyone, welcome back to Nigerian View. So guys, let's talk about the recent situation of the Confraternity war between Black Ass and Supreme Vikings Confraternity that is currently going on in Ogwashi town right there in Delta State. As two young men is said to have been brought down in recent times and few of other young men were injured. So in this video, we are going to talk about the people that were injured, and we will also talk about these two young men that were brought down, who they are, who brought them down, and how it happened. But the thing is that the story of these two young men that we are going to talk about is a very heartbreaking story. It is a sad story. So it doesn't really matter the confraternity you belong to. If you hear what happened to these two young men, you are not going to be happy about the situation too. So without wasting any of your time, let's dive into the video. So 3 days ago, a news broke out in the town of Ogwashi that this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen was brought down. This young man is said to be a member of Black Ass. He is very popular in Ogwashi. Now this young man was brought down by some Vikings member, and his wedding is supposed to be next week Saturday. I get to find out that people around him, his friends, had advised him not to go about walking anyhow up and down because of the situation on ground in the community. The young man had told them that he had not offended anyone, that he has not done wrong or evil to anyone, so evil will not come near him. So this is what the young man had told the people that were advising him not to go about walking anyhow up and down. And on that very day that the young man was brought down, that 3 days ago, he just went to pay the bride price that is getting married to him. He went to the village of the lady with his family, and he paid the bride price. After paying the bride price, he returned back to his hometown, Ogwashi, being happy that he just went to pay the bride price. And according to words on the street, it is said that someone posted him on social media saying that they just paid the bride price and they just returned back to the town of OG. Now it wasn't for a bad reason, it was for a celebration reason. So his rivals that are Vikings members saw the post, knew that the young man was around, and they also kind of know that the young man was walking anyhow up and down right there in the town of Ogwashi. So it was very easy for them to pull a hit on the young man, and the young man did not go down immediately to pull a hit on him. They had taken the young man to an unknown location for treatment. However, he couldn't make it. The young man went down few minutes after he was taken to the place where they were supposed to be treating him. Now after the report that the young man had went down, the members of Black Ass have been very furious and very angry in that town of Ogwashi. The next day, they pulled a hit on a member of Vikings. Luckily for the young man, he was able to survive that hit, but he was very injured. His body had deep cuts of cutlass, but the young man is alive according to the information, and he is receiving treatment in an unknown location. And after that happened, the Black Ass members still very angry, and they pulled a hit on this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen. Now this young man is by the name of Moses. He is popularly known as Moscow. The young man is a member of Vikings. He was brought down by some Black Ass members. However, it is said that this young man have a mental problem. According to what was explained, the young man traveled out of Nigeria. I think he was living in Moscow. That is the reason they call him Moscow as a nickname. He had some problems in Moscow. People said he had some mental issues which was caused by spiritual attack. Others have said that it was the use of drugs. I really don't know. But because of that mental issue, they had to bring him back to Nigeria, and he has been in Ogwashi ever since. Now it is said that sometimes he do walk with bike, but the bottom line is that the young man have a mental problem. A lot of people said he is a flat-out madman, and this is what people are saying on the streets. But however, during this confraternity war, the young man was brought down by some members of Black Ass. Now this is one of the problems about confraternity. Once you are a confraternity member, even if when you are mad, they will not allow you mad in peace as long you are already a member. Now according to what everyone is saying, saying that this young man have a mental problem, and they still brought him down just because he is said to be an old member of Vikings. So you can't be mad in peace and you can't be poor in peace as long as you are a confraternity member. So the situation is still very tense. Now, for those that didn't follow the story from the very beginning, the confraternity members that really had this clash were members of jurists and Vikings. A member of jurists cross-carpet to Vikings, and jurist members pulled a hit on him, trying to bring down the young man that had left their confraternity. Fortunately for the young man, he was able to survive as the jurist members shot him in his yansh. And after that, members of Vikings had said that the people that shot that former jurist member are members of jurist and black ass. They said that black ass members were among the people that went to pull the hate. Black ass members denied that they were not among the people that pulled the hate, but Vikings members pulled hate on two black ass members, which fortunately survived, and this is how this confraternity war started again. But it is still very tense, so if you know you are a member of either of these two groups, I would advise you to hide your head, and better still, just travel from that city, because they are saying that it is going to get worse. But I still pray for God to touch their hearts so they can embrace peace. Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.